여기에서는 수동태를 공부하겠습니다. 영어에서 수동태가 우리가 생각하는 것보다 훨씬 더 폭넓게 사용되는 것을 알게 될 겁니다. 자, 수동태의 표준 예문부터 보겠습니다.
I'm depressed. I'm really flattered. Could I be excused? It cannot be helped. She had her hair cut short. When did you get married? He is dead or incapacitated. I was stirred by his strong will. Paul was re-elected by 100 to 60. I am convinced that he is innocent. He was knocked out in the second round. The patient was dieted with only milk and egg. I prayed to be given the ability to finish the project. A handsome bow tie was bought for him by his wife.
문법 점검 코너입니다.
I was shocked at the news. My car got stolen. The book was published in 1777. I have my hair cut at a hair salon. I partnered her in a tango. I was partnered with her in a tango. The realization that he had been bribed was a shock to all of us. The realization that he had been bribing was a shock to all of us. My car got scratched. I got tired of this work. You could get cleaned up. He got tangled in the affairs. Oh, my gosh, they all got sunburned and their skin peeled off. I had my hair cut short. I have my appendix removed. He can make himself understood in 5 languages. I am ashamed of being poor. I am ashamed as I am poor. I am ashamed of having been poor. I am ashamed as I was poor. This book is interesting. I am interested in this book.
수동태에 쓰이는 과거분사가 사람의 감정을 표현하는 형용사로 쓰입니다. 자, 기본 예문부터 보겠습니다.
I'm touched. I'm moved. I'm impressed. He is stunned. I'm frightened. I am scared to death. You won't be disappointed. So far, the test result has been disappointing. He was worried over the situation. You'll be satisfied with such a nice tutor. I was frightened to see her strange behaviors. She was so shocked that she could not speak.
계속해서 발전과 심화 예문입니다.
He is worried if he won't pass history. I'm annoyed with him for doing that. I'm annoyed with you for what you've done. I'm annoyed at having been made a fool of. He was terrified of being left alone in the room. She is perplexed about what to do for her daughter. She was too exhausted and distressed to talk about the tragedy anymore. Peter's father was very disappointed when his son dropped out of the university.
이제부터는 일반적인 수동태 표현에 속한 기본 예문들을 듣는 시간입니다.
I'm fired. I'm sacked. I got sacked. I'm all set. I'm fully prepared. Be seated. Please take a seat. Please sit down. Point taken. I'm swamped. Done is done. He is easily led. He is so gullible. You are soaked. I've been licked. I'm constipated. I am nearsighted. I've been screwed. I was born for this. The story is made up. You've been set back. I am built differently. You are dressed to kill. He was dressed in black. The class is dismissed. I am totally exhausted. He was killed outright. My fingers are crossed. I wasn't born yesterday. All men are born equal. The plan was discarded. I heard my name called. He was shot in the side. He was shot in the back. His dream was shattered. She is being swept away. This work is made for me. I'm drained because of you. What stuff is this made of? His house is built of wood. His heart is made of stone. What is butter made from? This is made from select leaves. All things in the universe are made up of atoms. I am not made of money. I'm not concerned with it. Many workers are laid off. The boat is washed ashore. He is engaged to my sister. I was driven to dismiss him. I was dragged into doing it. The mortar is set. We're made for each other. The meeting was called off. He was tied hand and foot. You're stuck in second gear. Files were arranged in order. The invaders were driven off. Is this seat occupied? Yes, it is. The meeting was pushed back. You are wanted on the phone. Someone wants you on the phone. The child was sexually abused. The murderer was put to death. The room is hung with pictures. I got my hair cut yesterday. I got my wisdom teeth pulled out. Get it done first. He was given a polygraph test. She was assigned new tasks. He was given a 3-year contract with an annual salary of $10 million. Employees are assigned separate lockers. She was presented very shy. The parcel was labeled fragile. The essay was headed German architecture. Are you done with my computer? She was dressed in a lively pink. I've been done for speeding again. It looks like his bed wasn't slept in. The soldiers were killed to the last man. Term papers must be turned in by Monday. He was chosen over 3 other candidates. They were reduced to begging or starving. The movie was filled with four-letter words. The hose is stuffed up with leaves. 30 people were packed into a small room. The garden is walled off from the busy street. They were beaten to death with baseball bats. The path of tunnel is all choked up with soot. To my disappointment, the picnic was canceled. That bypass road was built to alleviate the traffic problems. Millions of computers are linked up to the internet. 70% of Korea is composed of the mountains. The announcement was broadcasted over the radio. You're not allowed to use flashlight in this museum. Full religious freedom must be assured to all persons. Hopes of reaching an agreement was shattered today. He is Joe, quite young, smartly dressed, and open-hearted. A planned street demonstration has been called off by its organizers.
수동태 발전 예문입니다.
I am done with the woman. He is deeply attached to his wife. What is done cannot be undone. Done is done. They are committed to each other. I was chilled to the bone. You're not supposed to park here. Are you coming? Yes, I suppose so. No, I don't suppose so. I was persuaded that he is innocent. She was left to face the problem all alone. It remains to be seen whether you're right. Is this picture intended to be Goat himself? He was charged with drunk driving. He was arrested on the charge of murder. He is suspected of appropriating company funds. He has been sentenced to a total of 15 years in prison since 2015. The defendant is presumed innocent until proved guilty. He was found in possession of stolen properties. Many of diseases can be attributed to stress. The invitation will have been sent out by now. Officially, they are not counted as unemployed. The train's shrill whistle can be heard for miles. Some of my friends are wired to Apple products. The painting was authenticated as Matisse's. He was attracted to her, like a moth to a candle. He was banned after testing positive for drugs. What price range of gift are you interested in? You are recommended to defer making a decision. I am indebted to you for the situation I hold now. I should be greatly indebted if you would go with me. He was made a scapegoat for his supervisor's mistake. Their education system is modeled on the French one. The rock singer is well known for his unique stage antics. Name brand products are being sold at a discount there. Michael was put in a group of students of average ability. Luxury items are usually marked up 100%. She was too deeply committed in the project to draw back. My own brother was shot dead in front of me this morning. Neither calculator nor study books are allowed in the exam. The new measures are aimed at tightening existing sanctions. The virus is not passed on through touching or shaking hands. Violence in school, either by teachers or students, should never be tolerated. Joe was given a standing ovation and loud cheers when he finished his speech. The helmets are designed to withstand impacts, equivalent to a fall from a bicycle. This new rule is meant to prevent some provable mayhem on school enrollment day.
이어서 수동태 심화 예문입니다.
The game was rained out. The apple crop has been rained out. I was spellbound the whole time. The dangerous animals are fenced in. The hillside was stepped for irrigation. Criminals are stoned to death in Pakistan. A 2/3 majority vote is required for approval. Andy has realized how happy he is not being married. If I'm permitted a word, I should like to raise a few objections. Tomorrow, today's papers will all have been thrown out to the bin. Anyone not appearing is presumed to have given up their claims. Social distancing is expected to help deter the spread of coronavirus. The sightseers were drenched to the skin after a sudden rainfall. World leaders are expected to sign a treaty pledging to increase environmental protection. The leader used to be heavily burdened down with all the decision-making responsibility. Barcelona Olympic 1992 was seen as a spectacular coming-out party for the Spanish port city. The system was rigged in favor of gigantic conglomerates, and small businesses would not survive. Pyongyang is expected to face a bumpy road ahead toward the drive due to the ongoing nuclear issues.
이제 끝으로 행위자를 표시하는 전치사 by가 들어간 일반 수동태 예문입니다.
She was affected by pneumonia. She is called Jamie by everybody. He was dazzled by the sight of her. He can be relied upon by everybody. California is watered by the Hoover Dam. The house was swept away by a sweeping tidal wave. I was deeply affected by the film. The child was warped by constant punishment. A man was run down by a speeding car as he crossed the street. He had been mandated by him to go in and to enforce a ceasefire. The youngsters are motivated not by desire to achieve, but by fear of failure.
자, 수동태가 전부 끝났습니다. 여러분 긴 과정 너무 수고하셨습니다.